Hello, dear colleagues, dear guests. Thank you very much for the possibility to present to you the development prospects of Klaipėda seaport, especially when going through this huge prospect. And we imagine what prospects, what objectives we may reach when following this path. The European Port Organization, Seaports Organization, approved the Green Port manual or guidelines. And every year, these priorities are broken down into detail, and we have outlined 10 most important priorities for European port environment in order to make sure that the European ports develop alongside with the green course. First of all, this is air quality, climate change, energy efficiency, noise handling, involvement of communities into port development activities, ensuring water quality, managing various rubbish and their collection, port deepening and cleansing work. This is the specific topic which is typical of ports only. How do we manage the seabed ecologically? Also port development and the formation of port territories. We know that the ports are developing when building new terminals in the sea. For instance, Rotterdam Flagman project or the Brugge project and Bruges project, and any development decisions require a lot of input and research. We have to carry out various research, mathematical calculations, measurements, and so on, when modeling various impacts and the measures to manage those impacts. This is an extremely difficult process, and in any case, we always involve communities in this process. The discussions are long and difficult, and after all, the result should be reached so that it satisfies all parties. Now I would like to move on to what the Klaipėda port is already implementing today. And in any case, not everything has been done. What is related to air quality monitoring? Ports have introduced 3 air quality monitoring stations. We have the objective to have the common system which would allow us to signal what is happening in Klaipėda port. The main objective of air quality monitoring is that when we see the increase in the pollution, we need to inform the loading services, which is operating 24/7. And the port directorate departments work on the same regime. And online, we are able to inform our partners, loading companies, that we see certain negative impacts in terms of pollution, and they have to take measures to limit that. Of course, we also have the liquefied natural gas bunker operations, and we also need to ensure the collection of hazardous materials. More and more electric traction is being used. We have the Lithuanian railway mega project, which is being implemented. That is the railway electrification. However, electrification comes only to electrical substations, and then we also need to ensure electric traction from those electric substations. In any case, the development of the port is the objective to make sure that the transport corridors are as far away from residential areas as possible. And the closed loading technologies have to invest in that. Many companies have implemented such technologies, and many things are being brought, and many cargoes are being brought and offloaded in our ports. Now, water quality monitoring and reaction. We are monitoring that, and there have been sudden incidents. Last year, we have restructured our system so that we are able to identify in due time pollution with the oil products and to react in due time. The Port Directorate has implemented such technologies at 11 points, and the Directorate has the department on duty and the specialized fleet. When we receive the notification about pollution, we immediately localize the pollution and make sure that this is prevented from getting into the Baltic Sea. As Klaipėda Port, we are exceptional because in the port we have the Botanical Reservation, and we are committed to preserving the natural reservation and invested in the technologies to have the hydrological conditions so that various plants are able to grow in that area. The Port Directorate is also investing in adding sand to beaches, because beach and coastal erosion is a huge problem we are witnessing in various ports. And during the last recent years, we have brought approximately 1 million cubic meters of sand north of the port's northern beach. And this allows us to improve the beach close to Melnrage. We have a specificity, the Soviet heritage, that is the polluted bed in and soil in the port. And this is a serious problem and very cost intensive. Now we have pumped out approximately 200,000 cubic meters of polluted soil. And we are preparing the development of the eastern part of the port and the formation of new territories. We are going to use this cleaned soil for that. Of course, we are open to social partners together with the communities which are very active in Klaipėda, and we are delighted about that. And the discussions are intensive and heated. And when drafting our territorial planning documents, we are sticking to the provision that we may do more. We have been able to travel twice to each of the communities located in Klaipėda port, and we encounter various questions. And this communication gives us the indications. I see that you are watching the time. I will try to shorten my presentation. Okay, digital systems. These are LUVIS, that is the Navy management system, the KIPIS, PortGIS, Pilot Link, and other digital systems. And now about Pilot Link, of course, a navigator has to lead to welcome the ship and direct it to the place to anchor. The technologies have allowed us to do that more efficiently, and we have actually introduced the remote navigating of the vessel. The vessel is connected in the digital way, and of course, we need to have the navigating boat to bring that equipment to the vessel. And for that, on a monthly basis, we consume 20 tons of fuel, which is actually not very efficient in terms of CO2 emissions. So we are considering acquiring a drone, which will allow us to transport the equipment, which will allow us to connect the vessel with the navigating equipment and to direct and navigate the vessel to the port anchoring station. And we are also discussing the hydrogen technologies. We see the prospects of hydrogen technologies, and both in terms of wind generators and where we see potential in the Klaipėda port, but we have not only the territorial possible infrastructure, but we also have vessel builders and competencies, and we will make use of them. And to wind up, I will say that we have already signed the contract regarding the green port concept, and all the issues raised will be discussed in great detail and systematized, and we will draft the action plan, and in any case, for any further plan, we are going to make the vision so that the Klaipėda port becomes a port in this city, which is green and clean, and we are able to reap the benefits of the transformation. Thank you.